Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As you can see, first off the bat, we're in a very different looking location.
She's just
And
staring off into
she-
space.
I looked over there for a second.
over there. It's a little more dull. Maybe that'll change. Who knows? But basically, we have some new house guests. So also, if you can hear that in the background, I'm not really sure if you can or not, because there's been times where Luna was clickety clacking up above us, and then I would listen to the audio in silence.
Yeah.
But we were like, "What is that?"
And now that
But
our
you
gain
can't
is
hear it.
turned down, hopefully that's even less of an issue.
But we have new house guests because my sister and her little family moved into our basement for a short term of time. But we moved into the little office room upstairs, and so that's where all our stuff is. That's why those
Yeah, you
ugly
can see
cords
our
are
ugly
there.
cords. Pay no attention to them.
Yeah,
We might have a better solution for that later. We'll see.
yeah. But this is just temporary. We don't know how temporary yet, but yeah. But we also have a guest with us today, and it is for the third time, Carly.
Hey guys. Yeah, I keep on just glancing over there because I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking at. You guys are at my personal camera, so.
Yeah. With the small space, she has to be like 5 miles away from us. So
Yeah.
She's actually not in the same room.
she's in the basement.
Everything else in this room is so close, but somehow I'm so far away.
I just to provide a little context. I'm my allergies are going crazy. So if you can hear that, that's what that is. Anyway, let's get into our dumb ideas.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my dumb idea, it's not really dumb, but it really felt dumb in the moment. Okay? So I was just dog sitting with Carly. Over the weekend.
That's where mine
And-
starts too.
Okay, so over the weekend, and also okay, sorry. I got stuck. So Aaron came over and we were watching a horror movie. And that was all fun. And then we let out the dog.
She took my idea.
Well, we have the same dumb idea. Okay. Well, I don't know that it's the same because
Okay.
mine, but okay. So we let out the dog to go to the bathroom, and it was pitch black outside. And they live there's a big backyard, and it's lots of trees, and it's scary out there. No light. So then the dog won't come in, and he's barking at stuff while he's running around. He's barking at something outside of the fence. And that was really scaring us, and we were trying to get him inside, and he would not come inside, and he's usually a pretty good listener. And so I went outside, and I was so scared. So this is the dumb part. It's not really dumb because I had to get him in, but it felt so dumb because I had my flashlight on my phone, and I was walking out into the really big backyard in the dark, and I hear rustling in the bushes that he's barking at, and I'm so scared at this point. I'm so scared, and I'm Gus, get inside. And I don't want to cross there's these big logs. I don't want to cross those because I'm if there's something over there, I will not be able to get back over them very easy. And so I get closer, and then I hear a noise from the bush, and I'm so scared. So I start backing up while still calling his name, and then he's moves, so I follow him, and then I start hearing this weird breathing noise that's
Yeah.
not him, and it was kind of wheezy, kind of. It was kind of I don't know if I can recreate it
That's
because
really hard to explain.
it was a breathing noise, and it was not Gus.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so scared. But I stayed out there till Gus went inside. And so that was dumb part of like staying out there, and we had just watched a horror movie, so like that, like so like the feelings were going, and it was just like perfect timing, honestly.
Wow.
No, it was so scary. But then he finally went back inside, and I was like, "Ugh, you're not allowed outside ever again." That's not true,
Oh
obviously.
my gosh, I wish it was. I hope it was a Demogorgon.
Yeah. So that was my same dumb idea too, but I guess I have a little bit of a different perspective because, you know, I'm a different person, so I can just share my side too, I guess.
Yeah.
But basically, my dumb idea was letting him out at like midnight or 11:30 because we were about to go to bed, and I was like, he probably has to go to the bathroom again. So I let him out. It was all normal, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna give him a little bit longer. I couldn't see him, which I usually, if I can't see him, I just like to let him out and back in. But I was like, maybe he hasn't actually gone to the bathroom yet. So, yeah, I was just waiting there. And then I was like, Gus, Gus. And he wouldn't come in. And I kept on doing that. And like Anna said, he's usually a pretty good listener. And so then after a while, I went and got Anna. And I was like, Gus is not coming inside. And she was like, what? And so then we went to the door, you know, kept calling him. He didn't come. I called my mom. And we were telling her that Gus was not coming inside. And then Anna went outside. Oh, I got cheese because Gus loves cheese. And then Anna went outside. Yeah, and she was going like back in the yard. I was not. I was on like the porch area, patio. And yeah, we kept on calling him. And I could hear some rustling. I wasn't sure if it was like him or, you know, whatever. It could have been like a squirrel or something. But then, so we were like calling, and all I heard though at the end was the breathing or whatever, and then at that moment everyone came back. Like Anna,
It just scared me so bad.
like Anna started heading back because she heard that. I started going inside, and Gus finally came inside whenever that happened too.
Like he was scared of it too.
And so then we all ran inside, you know, closed the door, and I was like, what the hell? So then, and then we couldn't find any knives for some reason. They were gone until we found some, and then I don't know if they would have. Sorry, guys. I don't know if we would
We
have.
couldn't find any knives, so we found some.
Well, after a while, we found them. And then I don't know if they would have done much. They were kind of tiny, but it's okay. We also grabbed a taser. So
Yeah.
Oh,
that would have done something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That was so scary.
It was weird.
Also,
Ew.
let me just to add to the scariness, when you're like standing at the door, because it's like a clear door, so you can see out. Except you couldn't because it was dark. You could see like vague shapes of things, and he's a white dog, so you could sometimes see like a little blurb go across and hope that it was him because you couldn't fully see shapes. He was just brighter than everything else.
so spooky.
But you know it's better than everything else too in its natural form.
Ew, shut up. Shut your mouth. That's so disgusting.
Maybe
and you should
skinwalkers.
never say that again. Shut
You
up.
just said the thing that's gonna call them.
No, I didn't. No, that's their name. That's their nickname, isn't it?
No, it changed.
We did it actually
Flesh
change.
pedestrian.
Someone was just saying that in a video. Because their real
Oh.
name is, well, I'm not going to say it, but I know it. Because I was watching I already think I knew the name, but I didn't know it was that one until I was watching a Supernatural episode, and the episode was called that, and then I figured out that it was the Skinwalker's real name. Or Flesh
Yeah,
Pedestrian's
I
real
will
name.
say that heavy breathing,
It
like,
was weird.
it wasn't just like it wasn't just normal breathing.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't sound like a man or something heavy breathing.
Yeah, it didn't sound like a
was-
human.
Yeah.
A creature.
Yeah.
Which I guess is better than a man, but also depends on what creature.
Yeah, if you heard like
Oh, I would have cried. I would have died.
Yeah, I would
I-
have
We
I
probably
would called the
would've died.
police.
Think-
Honestly.
that would have been worse than any other kind of creature breathing.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. If it was Skinwalker, that'd be pretty scary.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just because like I don't really believe in them or not, but like I'm
Yeah, I don't
definitely
either.
more scared of humans
No,
than I
yeah.
am of any other creature.
Me too. Because there wouldn't be. I don't really believe in many mystical creatures, so it would just be an animal, which would be more safe. But
Yeah, still spooky. Anyway, and what is your dumb idea?
Well, mine, well, I was also dog sitting, but not with them. But I was dog sitting for another dog, and well, two dogs, and I was staying at their house, obviously, and I brought my like face wash and face moisturizer, but when I wash my face, it's like I only like doing it when I'm in the shower. Like
Okay.
it's just because I don't like getting wet whenever I'm not like fully getting wet. Like
Okay.
even
Okay.
washing my hands, I'm still like,
Interesting.
yeah, I don't know what it is.
He does wash his hands. Okay.
I wash my hands.
You just don't like it.
But so basically every time I wash my face, I get in the shower and just completely like full send shower.
Wow.
But I washed my face like this second day because I didn't start there obviously. So I washed my face when I was home and then I went there and then slept there and then woke up and then I was coming back here to my house anyways. And so I was like, well, I'll just bring my stuff and shower here too. So I showered here and washed my face. And then I left my face wash and moisturizer here. And then I didn't wash my face for like 2 days. And now my face is like being dramatic and upset with me.
Bummer. That's so unfortunate.
But anyways, yeah, that was mine.
Wow. That was good. That's funny that we were all dog sitting.
Yeah, very odd.
Yeah, and our story happened like right after we dropped Aaron off at home, and Aaron loves whenever those spooky things happen.
I know.
So it's too bad he wasn't there.
I know. I was thinking about you when I was out there. I was like, if Aaron was here, he would freaking love this.
I probably would have stayed to see what the breathing was.
I don't know.
He probably would have died.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was really scary. Like, not like interesting scary. It was just like scary.
That's the thing with me is that like I want something like that so bad to happen to me that in real life I would die.
Mm-hmm.
But like in the like in my brain I'm like, well, I'm the main character obviously, and so like
Right.
I'm not going to die. I'm not going to be the first to die, but I would be.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like, and it's an unfamiliar place. It's like pitch black, and like I wasn't completely sure where the yard ended, so, and it was just like, where's
It
he
was
going?
scary.
I mean, Anna can testify that time that cat ran up that tree.
What?
And you wanted to go over there?
Exactly.
You
Wait,
have
what are you
zero
talking
survival
about?
instincts, which
That's-
makes you die first.
That's my proof that I am actually braver than I think I am.
What cat running up a tree?
I don't think it's bravery. I think it's stupidity.
No, it's curiosity.
Curiosity killed the cat.
And I'm a cat.
Yeah, in this scenario.
I love scary things too, but like scary, like
Like actually like things happening.
I like scary things like haunted houses and movies and stuff.
Like man-made like scary things to scare you like on
Yeah.
purpose.
Also, like doing scary things like adrenaline things.
Like roller coasters and
Yeah,
stuff
I
that.
love those. But like actual, like if something was like a man was running after me, I would not like that. So I don't think you would either. But
Well, no, but
You just like the supernatural scariness.
I want.
But also because you don't even believe in that. So, of course, you're going to go to it anyway.
yeah, well, I don't. I think like it would be fun, and then I would be like, wait, I could actually die.
Yeah,
So because
Well-
I don't believe in ghosts and all that stuff, so I don't think any of that would happen to me. But like people are crazy. So
Yeah.
mm,
I know from experience I am braver when I'm with somebody else.
oh,
Mhm.
me too.
Because if Carly wouldn't have been there, I would not have gone outside. I would have just waited till Gus came in. I wouldn't
Yeah.
have gone out there. Because that's so stupid. But I went out there because I don't know, whenever there's somebody else there, it's there's just like another layer of protection, even though that's not actually what's happening. It's like a
Mhm.
comforting feeling.
no, that's definitely a thing. Like if someone else is there, it feels a lot more comforting, and especially if the other person is more scared, then it's
Mhm.
like, oh,
Then
now I have to
It balances
be
out to where
now-
like you're
yeah.
the brave one now.
Yeah, it's like whenever I've gone on roller coasters, which I don't really get scared of any roller coasters. I mean, I would get scared of probably crazy roller coasters like that one at Universal that goes like that.
Mm-hmm.
But like I don't get scared on most roller coasters I go on now. But I remember there was like this one roller coaster I was going on, and the person with me was like scared, and so I had to be like, not scared to comfort them, and it was
Mhm.
like wasn't even, didn't even feel scared at all.
Yeah, it's super. It's such a weird feeling because you're scared, but then but you can't be.
Mm-hmm.
So then you're not anymore, and
Yeah.
it's so weird.
Yeah, but that cat story was we were just walking around Anna's neighborhood, and well, there was this neighborhood cat that you've seen that we call Penelope.
Mm-hmm.
But we were like by the lake that we found that dead
Oh yeah.
possum fish there, and then we were walking back up to the street, and then did we just hear or did we see Penelope like for us to look over?
We heard her, like being like distressed.
And it was nighttime, like dark. And so like I don't think it was distress. I think it was just
It was
she was
just
just
meowing.
being crazy.
There was it was
Like
like
hunting.
weird. It was,
Mm.
but no, but like
she was definitely
was-
just hunting.
no, I know she was, but like it sounded.
A
It
little out of
didn't
the
sound
ordinary.
like she was. She was meowing, but like it was
But
weird.
it wasn't distressed meowing. She wasn't in
right,
danger.
Right. No, I know she wasn't, but that's what it sounded like to me. I feel like.
It sounded like she was in danger to you.
It was like out of the ordinary. from what you
Yeah,
usually
like
hear from
it.
her.
Like it didn't sound like she would be making that kind of
Yeah.
meow in that
That's
moment.
what they do.
I've
But-
never been around cats like that, so
Anyways, it was
very
dark
weird.
and there was like the lamp posts were like not near us, so it was even more dark where we were.
Mm-hmm.
But we heard that and we were like, "What was that?" And so like I had a flashlight, or Anna did.
We also thought that she went the other way, so we thought that she wasn't even around us when we heard the.
Yeah.
This is after you've like already met Penelope and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But then we put the flashlight on this tree that was like kind of far-ish away, but like still close. And then all of a sudden, like the speed of light, Penelope like darted toward the tree and like ran up the tree,
Oh my
like
goodness.
completely like inside of it. And like Anna was freaking flipping out, and she was like, "Oh my gosh!" And it was like scary, mainly because it was dark,
Mm-hmm.
hearing weird like distorted kind of cat noises, and we couldn't see her. And then like adding the flashlight as being
Mhm.
the only light that we see.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a phone flashlight; like it was an actual flashlight.
Yeah, and so it was like spooky, like vision.
Mm-hmm.
And then Anna was like so scared.
Well, because we didn't know that it was Penelope when she ran up,
Yeah, because it was so fast.
and
then
the light wasn't on her the whole time, so it was like.
and I was like, "What was that?" And she was like, "I don't know," but and then she started walking back to her house, and I started walking towards it. And she was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I want to see what it was." And so I went all the way to the tree, and then I don't think I ever saw Penelope, but we were still hearing her being like,
Oh yeah, that noise. Yeah.
and I was like, it has to be Penelope because it was like an orange blob, and
Mm-hmm. She was just
she's here.
hunting
Yeah,
squirrels
she was
or
getting
birds.
some food because she's a cat, crazy girl.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, she's an outdoor neighborhood cat. So.
yeah, I have a lot of stories because like in my like front like of head thinking, I'm just like I like to think I'd be brave in situations, but like I would probably actually be scared and then I get sad about it. But I do have a lot of instances where like spooky things happen, like we're hearing noises or like just actual danger signs, but I still go to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I
I
have
guess that
stories
kind of
of that.
overpowers.
And so I'm like, maybe I would do crazy stuff then
Maybe.
because
Do
I've
you-
done it.
Do you guys? I don't think this. I don't think this is my last birthday. I think it was 2 birthdays ago. Whenever we were outside playing the glow stick game, and we were supposed to like ring the wind chimes or something if we
Mhm.
thought that if like something happened.
If we would ring those to let all the teams know to go back to the
yeah, to come back
porch
to the porch.
Mm-hmm.
immediately.
And somebody did that because they thought they saw like an animal, right?
For context, this is the glow stick game. It's pitch black outside, and you're hiding glow sticks for the other team to find. And so everyone's by themselves in the dark in Carly's ginormous middle of nowhere backyard.
That is
Literally
true. I
the
do.
most fun sounding time.
Yes,
of my
it
life.
sounds fun, but also it sounds fun with the right vibe. Like if I'm in a scared
vibe's
mood, I'm
always
going to be
right.
scared. If I'm in a brave mood, I'm going to be brave. Like it's different. I could do the same thing twice on 2 different days and have a completely different reaction.
That
I
is
think
true.
everyone can do that.
To be fair, we do live like in the country, so it is actually a lot of land and trees and stuff around us. But
And there's no street
Yeah.
lights.
Yeah.
But
there's
basically,
no,
we had to like convince them so hard to play, and then we
Mhm.
finally started, and we like hid the glow sticks in the yard. We had 2 different halves, and then we like split up to go find them. But our team, mine and Carly's team, went around the house, and we found 1 glow stick, and then heard the chimes, and we were like, "What?" Like I thought we weren't gonna hear the chimes for like at least 2 rounds of the game.
yeah.
But we literally walked for not even a minute probably
Mhm.
and then heard yeah. But I love the glow stick game and I don't have enough friends to play.
Okay, listen.
when should we?
I
play the
like the glow stick game, but I feel like every single time there's gonna be someone or 2 people who don't play right. And so it's really tough because there's always one person on each team that wants to hide the glow sticks so much to where it's literally impossible to see it. It's cuz like the rules are so loosey goosey.
Yeah.
It's really hard to prevent that.
Because we
I
keep
will
changing
say
the rules.
I don't want to keep going with this further just because, but I think the rules are not as loose as you guys think.
Okay.
I think it's just you're competitive, which I am too, but I'm saying the rules, at least the last time we played, were set in stone
Yeah.
and they were good. It's just like maybe
I hide the glow sticks a lot so that you can't see it very much. But we said as long as you can see it a little bit.
yeah, I think that the rules are set in stone. It's just people who are competitive break them as much as they possibly can.
Go to the full extent of the
Mhm.
limit.
Okay.
Because it has to be difficult enough to be fun, but
Yeah.
it can't be
Too hard
impossible.
to where it's not fun.
Yeah.
So the rules are as good as they can be. It's just they, like any rule, you can bend them.
True.
You just have to be honest.
I am honest, and we all have hidden the glow sticks pretty hard sometimes.
I've never.
I haven't.
You guys never hid them hard before.
I've hid them
I've hid
in
them
a
as
hard,
hard as
place,
possible.
but I leave like
never
a
hit-
good bit of the glow
I don't think
stick
I've
out.
ever hit it where you can't see it at all.
That's okay. That's okay.
I think
I've
you two
definitely
are at
seen-
opposite ends of the thing because she hides them to where you can barely see the glow. You hide them to where you can see half of the glow stick.
Well, because I feel like that's how
But then
there's
it's
got to
not
be at
fun.
least there's got to be at least one that's easy, so you feel accomplished.
This is
Yes, but you literally tried to make the rules to where half of the glow stick is
Did
visible.
I?
Yes,
Whoops.
the last time we played. You were like, okay, well, half the glow stick has to be visible. And I was like, no, because then literally there's no game.
I think what I meant was you can't bury the entire. Because one time.
Well, we got into an argument, so I think we
Okay.
did not mean
Okay,
that.
that's okay. I don't remember
And
that,
then
so
you
actually
still
I
hit
can't
it
defend
half
myself.
every time.
this is
sorry.
And then
similar.
got mad that your team kept losing.
Sorry.
Because you would like throw them into the yard and then we would actually hide them and then you'd be like,
Not every single. I would only hide one glow stick on my team,
yeah, but
so I couldn't
Yeah.
hide all
I
three
am-
of them.
Not the only one that hides them hard because I was losing. I lose too. My team loses because
Well-
those are hard.
Yeah.
But this is similar to mine and Anna's time management style. She gets places so early, and I get to places like late or right at the second. And so the other day we were house sitting and dog sitting and cat sitting, and we had to be somewhere, and Anna was like, "Okay, we need to leave or something," and I wasn't just like dilly-dallying really. I think I like let Gus out and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna feed him too," and so I was doing that stuff, and then we left at like a perfect time to get there at like the perfect time.
Yeah, because she started
'Cause
to
it
get
worked together.
she started to get ready to leave when I said that we have to leave,
Mhm.
and so it just matched.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you just completely changed the subject, but that works.
No, I was saying this was similar to our
Because I said you
competitive
guys are
style.
at opposite
that-
ends.
Oh,
Yeah, if we worked
okay,
together, that we would hide the glow stick well.
True, because you would. I have a problem with trying to do things as quick as I can, and so in games like that and stuff, I don't try to think of the best thing. I just kind of do the first thing I think
Mhm.
of, and so that's not always amazing. And sometimes it is, because sometimes you have to go with your gut, and
Mhm.
sometimes you don't. But like, that really shows in like when we're playing like Jackbox. Mine is always the first thing, to
you-
go up,
Yeah.
and everyone else takes like till the timer's up, and I'm
But
like
also,
immediately.
with how your brain works, you're such a naturally like good thinker, and like you can think outside the box so easily that the rest of us are thinking so long, but you've already thought of the thing that's outside the box.
That, and if you continue to think, you would overthink it too much.
Yes,
So it's good
I've
to do it then.
learned that if I
So
think about it too
yours-
much, my answers are so
Your
bad.
quick answer is as good as our 5-hour answers.
Right. I'm not trying to say. So basically, sometimes it works in my favor and sometimes it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, like in a quick-witted game like that, like,
That's,
it works.
You're very quick-witted. That's what I was looking for.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, in like a glow stick hiding game or like hide and seek, I just try to do it as quick as possible because I don't want to run out of time, and so I do it, and so I don't always find the best one because it's just the most obvious one. So everyone's gonna think of that first.
Mm-hmm. I love hiding and finding games like the glow sticks. I also
Mhm.
still love Easter egg hunts.
Yeah,
Those
so
are
fun.
just so fun.
Mm-hmm. I don't really like hide and seek. I do like the idea
Oh,
of
yeah.
hide and seek, but I don't like doing it because I get like. It just kind of gets really hard to breathe when
I
you're
like
like hiding.
So real.
I like
And
hiding
like you're just like
objects and finding
so
them.
like
Mhm.
hot and like
yeah.
because you're just like cramped in whatever freaking small space you could
And
find.
you're like,
and you're like,
Yeah.
and you're like sweat's like dripping. You're like,
And most times there's not even that many good places to hide in
so
houses,
true.
and it's a lot easier to hide tiny objects.
yeah. So like after the third round, there's no
Playing
more else to
hide and
hide.
Whenever you like get like, at least with me, my favorite games of hide and seek was whenever we were like at a family event and like we got like all the cousins to play.
Mhm.
Because like some of like the cousins are like older or something, and so like it's kind of hard to get them to play with you. But like when you got them to like play like hide and seek or something with you, it's like literally like freaking like yes, like this is gonna be the best 10 minutes of my life because we'll stop after like 2 rounds.
Okay, like why do they do that? Like why are they like, "Ugh, I don't want to do it, and they do it, and then they're complaining the whole time, or like not complaining the whole time, but yeah, they only do it for like 2 seconds. I don't know. that
Even
would
like now, like I guess it depends on the kid, but like if I like the kid and they ask me to play, I'll play with them
It's
because
just
like I'll
tough.
like feel bad about it mainly.
Yeah, it's just a tough thing because it's like you want to play with them and you're like, okay, yay, let's play, and then you're done with that thing, but they're not,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, well, let's do something else, or I'm literally so exhausted from doing that, and I need a break, and then they're like, no, we're gonna
Mhm.
keep doing this, and then it's like, okay, well now I have to be like the lame older person who doesn't want to play with you because you want to. Because I'm exhausted.
It is. I do understand because I mean sometimes I'll be at things and I'll be like, "Ugh, I don't, I kind of want to stay here and like talk to these people or something.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I like doing things with people, and I still ask people to play card games or board games or something. Whenever they say no, I'm like, why not?
Yeah.
We need to play.
Well, my biggest issue with my little cousins is I want to hang out with them and they want to hang out with me, but they're like, I'm bored. And I'm like, okay, so what do you want to do? And they're like, I don't know. And I'm like, but literally, they're identical. They're not twins, but they're like the same person. The two that I'm talking about specifically. And like, they will get bored of doing something so fast, even when they were the ones who suggested it. Like, they were literally begging me to go outside the whole time that it was like Thanksgiving or something. But I was like, it's really cold outside, so I don't want to go out there right now. And they'd be like, please, please, please. So then eventually I finally said yes. And then we go out there, and then, I'm not even kidding, 1 minute later, I'm bored. You cannot tell me. I just got like my whole coat on. 3 pairs of socks, and you're gonna tell me you're bored already? And they're like, and I'm like, can we stay out here for a little bit longer? And they're like, no, I'm
That's
bored.
crazy.
Also, just remembered if we go swimming tomorrow, because tomorrow's my birthday, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
It doesn't really feel like it. I mean, I don't know what a birthday is like supposed to feel like. It's just like,
I know.
So true, actually.
I haven't really just been like thinking about it too much, except for like, oh shoot, it's actually tomorrow now. That if we do go swimming, I don't even have like a good swimsuit.
Well,
I haven't
we can
gotten
go get one today.
That's true. I haven't gotten like a new swimsuit in a while, and I wanted to get one that like actually fits well.
I have a similar problem. I don't like wearing like bikini bottoms
Mm-hmm.
with swimsuits, and so it's just like,
Yeah.
it's just uncomfortable because it feels like I'm just not wearing anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, this is like really weird. I'm okay with bikini tops. It's just different.
Yeah.
And so I like when they come with shorts,
Mm-hmm.
like when they're cute shorts. Like, some swim trunks are fine. The ones I have are like kind of really
Swim
weird.
trunks. That's what my dad always said. He'd be like, all right, get your swim trunks on.
To you?
Yeah, whenever we would be going out to the pool.
Yeah, he does say that.
Or get some trunks on.
I do wear swim trunks sometimes. Over
my. Impersonating your dad is like the funniest person to impersonate.
He doesn't say it like that, but pretending like he does is hilarious.
Yeah. He's so silly. Oh, man.
Yeah, anyways. I have a pair of swim trunks, but they're like really like weird. Like, I got them online, so they don't like fit right. It's strange. So
Mhm.
that's one good thing about the fact that like swimsuits, because I used to be so confused why this is, but like why swimsuits come separately, top and bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So you can buy like different sizes or like mix and match or do whatever you want.
Yeah.
So that's convenient. I just didn't think about that before.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I just laughed so much that I got lightheaded, but that's not that hard right now. I'm telling you, I'm dizzy and lightheaded all the time for some reason.
Maybe you're like low in like one of your vitamins.
It's probably my diet too, because like, you know, eating like 3 meals and stuff like that. Because, well, I haven't eaten anything today because I actually don't really have a very good excuse. I did get up early enough to eat food, but instead I put these nails back on that had fallen off while I was watching Psych. Oh, that's such a fire show. You guys should watch it if you haven't.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then I got ready and stuff, and I was still rushing a little bit. But I did get here before 10.
Yeah, 1 whole minute.
I know.
I called it too.
Yeah. He was like, she's going to be here 1 minute before.
Yeah.
And then you were. Maybe he's psychic.
Yeah. But my mom got me Gatorade, so I should drinking that. But I have been drinking that, so that's good.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't eat breakfast either, did you?
No.
Yeah, we were supposed to do that. That's like the whole thing that we're
I
supposed
had
to be doing.
Yeah, I was gonna bring muffins, and then I didn't. So
Oh,
I love
had
muffins.
so much to do from when I woke up till
well, like what?
now.
Wash your face.
Yeah, I got up at where I was dog sitting,
I thought you were doing that.
and then I let the dogs out, and then I gave them food, and then I had to wait a little bit to let them out again, so like the food would digest.
Mm-hmm.
And then I put them in their kennels, and then I grabbed all my stuff, got in the car, drove here. Then I took a shower, had to find my outfit, and then I had to kind of make sure this place wasn't a trash. And then,
Yeah.
but that's like a lot in my mind.
Well, I mean, that was a lot. That included driving somewhere.
Mm-hmm. And if you guys are just listening, Aaron's outfit is white shorts because he said he picked out his outfit. Aaron has white shorts on that have little buttons on the front, like multiple buttons, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then a sweater that's blue, tan, white, blue, tan, white, blue, tan, white stripes. And then he has, what are those length socks called?
Crew socks. right?
Yeah.
White crew socks and white Converse.
Yeah, you guys are like matching vibes today. Very beachy.
Yeah,
vibes.
I
Oh,
love.
you forgot his hat. He's wearing a
and he's-
tan hat.
Yeah, wearing a hat that is. Well, I guess can't say that either. What, a peace sign.
Peace sign.
But I love this vibe. We were watching Outer Banks, which we were supposed to be talking about Outer Banks today, but Anna.
Yeah, we were. The topic today was going to be Outer Banks season 2, but Anna just absolutely despises that show with a fiery passion. I've never seen her hate something more than
More.
she hates this
she
show.
hates Outer Banks.
Like, she literally texted me and she was like, "We have to change the topic because I started crying watching this show."
Can I defend myself a little
No.
bit?
And so we had to change the topic.
But one good thing did come out of our watching. I got her to watch an episode and a half,
Wow.
and well, I left for a second. And I came back in. She's on her phone. And I was like, "Why are you not paying attention?" I was
Classic.
like, "Why are you not paying attention?" And she was
The
like, "I
one
was," and then I got so
rule.
upset.
I was paying attention. I was just okay. Let's talk about this for a little bit, okay?
Wait, can I say what I was gonna say real quick?
Yeah. Go ahead.
The good thing that came out of this was I was like, I saw Kiara and Sarah, and I was like, I just love their vibe whenever they dress. I want to dress like that. And she was like, "You do," and I was like, yes.
Yeah, you literally
You
do.
literally every day do, even in winter.
Oh yeah. And then anytime I'm wearing something and someone's like, "Are you cold?" I'm like, "No,"
No.
because
No.
if I say I'm cold, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you should have worn, like a long, like a
Longer shirt.
yeah, a longer shirt or something." And I'm like, I'm gonna crash out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hate when people say that. Let's get into that, okay? To Outer Banks, okay? I want to say the show is a good show, okay?
We know that.
And that is the problem. I'm telling the viewers,
No, I know.
okay?
I was just saying, Outer Banks is so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good show, and that is the problem. I talked about this when we talked about season 1, but I just want to reiterate it because I was watching season 2. And you know what made it so worse? Is because Carly was saying, okay, no, wait. Because I was saying, Carly's like, why do you hate this show so much? And I was like, are you watching the same thing I'm watching? Bad things are happening to these characters every second. I only watched an episode and a half, and already I was so angry about the stupidity and injustice of this universe. Oh my gosh, I was literally like crashing. I was screaming into my pillow. I was like rolling around on the bed. It was crazy.
I didn't know she was doing that.
Oh.
Yeah, you did, because
I
you were
didn't-
like, I turned around and I was like facing not the TV, and I was like, my head was in the pillow and I screamed. I felt it. And then Carly was like, we don't have to watch.
Oh yeah, she did it. I was like, we can just tell Aaron we can watch something. We can do
But-
something else.
I wasn't exaggerating, and I want that to be so clear. I wasn't.
No, you weren't exaggerating. That's why it's so crazy.
I was not just screaming because I felt like it. I felt the rage inside of me boil up to the surface.
Yeah, and
But wait, this is what
Oh,
made
sorry,
it worse. What made it worse is because Carly was like, why are you so upset? See, they just got away. And I'm like, away from the people that are trying to murder them and turn them into the police for reward money? Like, you can't. Yes, they just got away, but they're about to be caught in 2 seconds. Like, they were literally so close. They had a video. They had an incriminating video
oh yeah,
of
Lord.
the big bad murdering somebody. And then Kiara stands up and starts screaming at him, blowing their cover. And then they like get into a fight trying to get her to stop screaming, and then he like drops the camera that he was using and destroyed the footage.
Kiara is not my favorite character.
Then they go to the police, and the police say, "You made that up." Oh my gosh. Go to that man's house and see that he's not there.
That is true. They could have seen that he was dead. But I love Kiara, but she also she gets very passionate. She just jumps ahead sometimes. I do like her, but not my favorite character. Okay, I obviously know that scene. I've watched Outer Banks a few times, but I was not in there for that moment. And so I came in there and she was really off the rails by then. But
But for a second, come back and like the room's destroyed and it's like bawling.
But I didn't know. I wanted to help because I don't understand. Because if you watch something, you know it's not real, and that they're gonna at some point be okay, probably.
No.
It was that I wanted to help.
and so I was like, wait, but something good just happened, or that wasn't that bad, because it doesn't seem that bad to me, especially from seeing the show a couple times. But I guess it does seem that bad to Anna. And to be fair, Anna and I have been watching Pretty Little Liars for like 5 years.
Yeah.
Actually.
Because
Like literally.
because
5
we
years.
said that we couldn't watch it without each other, and so there's 7 seasons, and they're 20-something episodes long, and they're 45-minute long episodes, as all TV shows should be.
Mhm.
But so it takes obviously a long time to watch it whenever we're together, and during this house sitting, we got to watch a lot of episodes, and I was crashing out because of some of these characters' decisions. But it's not like I didn't want to stop watching. I liked it, so I was like, please, let's
Because
continue.
you know that they're not going to have like a bad ending. to
Okay.
it.
But the characters are making me
So
really mad.
when the characters piss you off, you're like, I'm going to keep watching it because I know there's going to be a satisfying ending to it.
But with Outer Banks, it's really giving like I don't know if it will. It could be a tragedy. Like freaking a series of unfortunate events.
that
I
show is...
But you
had
don't
such a
crash
hard
out with that show?
No. Listen to me. I had such a hard
That's
time
worse.
watching that show.
Mhm.
Are you listening to me? I did have a hard time watching it.
But you finished it and liked it on your own.
Yeah. But again, it's not written as well as Outer Banks.
Really? Series of Unfortunate Events is a good show.
Yes, it is.
I haven't
There's
seen it
a
in a long
lot of
time.
good shows that, when you were younger, they were like amazing. But if you watch them again, you're like,
Yeah, you're like, oh, okay.
I
That
haven't
was
seen
a
that
little
show in
weird.
a long time.
yeah. But also, a show can be amazing and still be written and acted poorly.
Yeah, like
Twilight.
yeah. There's so many things
yeah.
that are
Oh, you haven't watched it
amazing,
yet.
but they're just not the best shows.
Mhm.
Like Pretty Little Liars. It's a good show. I like watching it. It's so fun. But like it's like the writing is a little cringy sometimes and a little like there's no way you're making that connect kind of way.
Mhm.
But with Outer Banks, it just feels so real. And I know that it's not real, but stuff like that happens. At least in Pretty Little Liars, when they say that something bad happened, the police believe them. But in
kinda sometimes.
well, they do believe they at least go check it out.
Yeah.
In Outer Banks, he literally was like, "You're a little liar. Bye."
To be fair to him, I mean, not to be fair because they are not checking in and stuff that they should. But to say that someone killed someone without any evidence at all, there's not really much that you can do. But he
you can
should have gone
still-
and checked it out. But
Yeah, you can still treat it like a real police report.
yeah, that's true. And with Outer Banks, I think parts that make it more real is that stuff does go bad, but almost that much stuff doesn't go bad in real life. Like, it's a little bit comical. Like, yeah, not everything's gonna go right, but also not that much stuff is gonna go bad.
Mhm.
So
Yes. It's just that it's just the fact that nobody believes them
mhm.
and we're seeing it with our own eyes. and the fact that we know obviously the guy did kill him. And so, if the police looked into it a little bit, they would find out that he did kill him because they didn't make that up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't need to have had video evidence. You don't
Prove
need
it.
to have even been there to know that it happened. The guy, like, even if they told them, even if the police gave them the time of day to even just tell the full story, all the dots would connect. Obviously. We've been saying that his son killed the police officer that you don't actually know who killed her. And so that he paid his pilot to take that murder weapon, and he's blackmailing him, and so he killed him. Go find him. He's not in his home. He's in the ground somewhere. Go look in that guy's yard. He's gonna be there. Or see that he's not home and he's in the middle of the ocean dumping him there. Like, go look. Go look. It will not cost you any time. Oh, well, it costs you time, but that's it. And that was literally only the second episode of season 2. And Carly was like, before we even started watching it, she was like, this season is better.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you said,
No, I think I said it was
you said
worse.
you said they're like
'Cause it
happy,
is.
and then I was like, literally last we saw them,
I remember
everyone
saying
thought
that
they
'cause
dead
that
and they were
season's
running away
awful.
from the. But then once I reminded you how season 1 ended, you're like, oh yeah, it's gonna be bad.
I think I meant to say that at the big. No, I don't think I said they were happy.
You did say
Oh
that.
no, I said, look, they're happy. They found out that John B is alive.
No, you said that before we started watching.
maybe
Like
I
we were like
did.
driving back to the house,
I
and
don't
you
know
like
why I
said
said
that.
Well, I know that at the beginning of season 4 they're happy, and so maybe I was meaning that. Maybe I was meaning that. Because these seasons get a little blurred. Because I watched the first like 2 seasons, I think, whenever I was like sick or something.
Mm.
But yeah, no, seasons 2 is bad. A lot
I'm
more
not-
bad stuff happens.
I'm not waiting till season 4 to get a happy moment.
Oh, I think I said that parts of it are happy because like, can I say it?
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna watch it, I assume.
Obviously not.
Because they do actually obtain the gold.
Well, I figured that they would get the gold.
Do they hold? I don't think they hold on to the gold though, right?
No, really.
But
Also,
they
I
have
will
a little,
say-
but they have a little plan, a thing that does work, just not
Mhm.
for too long. I don't think.
Like how every part of that show goes. He gave away so much of his gold, and then he told them that they had a whole, like, safe full of gold, and then without actually knowing that it was there, and luckily it was there, but then they stole a lot of it, and so it's like, dude, what is your deal? Like, what are you doing? Like, he was so stupid.
Yeah.
And the fact that he broke into the house, like,
Yeah, when Sarah told me.
after
that too.
Sarah literally told, like, that makes me so angry. Like, I wouldn't ever trust him ever again. He literally promised.
It's true. I love John B.
Too bad.
I only like Sarah.
I know I've gotten a little bit of spoilers from TikTok.
Yeah, a lot of bit of spoilers from TikTok.
She loves spoiling everything for her.
I like
so.
Sarah.
Well, first of all, I didn't
and I
think I
love
would
John B.
ever
together.
watch it, and second, I didn't know it was a spoiler till after it spoiled.
So the TikTok about Outer Banks, you didn't know it was gonna be about.
I didn't know it was gonna be about Outer Banks. It was like an edit about
Outer
like
Outer
about
Banks.
one of the actors. It was an edit about the actors, and then I was like looking in the comments because I was like trying to, I don't know. I was like, because I look in the comments of all the TikToks I watch, and so I was looking in the comments to see what people were saying, and then they were like, "Oh, so sad that he's dead," and then the comments were like, "You know, you can go back and watch it when he's alive, right?" Because every single comment was like crashing out because he's dead.
Mhm. Yeah, okay, I guess just to clear things up, John B does do very annoying things, but I love John B and Sarah together. And I will always love John B and Sarah together. I don't care if people are like, oh, they're toxic. Every single freaking couple in that show has been toxic. They're having gone through so many life and death situations with each other. There's no way they're going to make the right choice all the time.
Mhm.
And it's a TV show, so I can like John B and Sarah together.
Yeah.
And,
Do they stay together?
hmm
Why are you hesitant like that?
I just didn't know. They do. They're still are together. I think.
They break up in like season 3, I think.
Yeah, or was it season 2 and they got back because remember they got like married and then he. And then they said to like, and they.
No, they
and
get married.
She
and
said to
then-
Topper like.
Yeah,
We're
and
friends
then
or something.
Oh yeah, he like proposed to her and she was like, no.
No,
Or,
I
like,
think
when they
it
were
is
laying
in-
down.
I feel like it has to be in season. Well, maybe it is in season 2. Season 2 or 3, they break up, and then Sarah gets with Topper again. But
Of
then she was like, "That
course.
was a mistake," and then they get back together.
But they are together. At the
Yeah.
last we know they are together.
And they're married?
Yes.
That's crazy. Why would you get married at a time like this?
But John B does do really annoying things, but I still like him. I think he does some of the most annoying things. JJ does the most annoying things.
Yeah, I absolutely despise JJ.
Yep.
He's like actually the worst, I think.
I
like-
liked
I like
him,
Rafe
but
more than JJ.
Wow. Rafe's
like-
done more bad things than
I
Okay,
JJ.
but
hate-
Rafe is written as a villain. JJ's written as a good guy. So why is he doing
He's annoying.
the same
Yeah.
things?
So the thing about Outer Banks is I like the vibe and I want to like it. I want to like it. I do. It's just because I want that like summery adventure vibe. Like that's so fun.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking about the vibe of Outer Banks does make me happy. But thinking about watching it makes me want to jump in the ocean
Me too.
Yeah.
and stay there.
Yeah, it's a good show though. We all think that. Anna just hates it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still think it's a good show. Like I think everybody should watch it, but not me though.
Oh man, was the cross the first season? No.
No,
That's
the
the third
cross
season.
comes into play in like the 3rd season.
Maybe I can watch like compilations of like cute, funny things that happen in it, so I can get the vibe. So like whenever you guys are talking about like
Maybe
Outer Banks, and
Maybe
then
you
I can be happy with you guys.
maybe you can press play and then you need to get really upset, pause and look at something like happy that happens to them, and then play it again,
Maybe we'll have to like microdose
and then
it.
keep doing.
Or
that.
if you watched it but you didn't have to pay attention.
True, like it's just like in the background while I'm doing something else. That might be helpful.
Yeah.
Because there are other shows where bad things happen to the characters.
All of your favorite shows, that is what happens.
But all my favorite shows suck.
They don't suck.
No, they don't suck, but they're not. All my favorite shows are CW shows.
From what I saw, I thought the 100 was written well. I haven't watched it.
Like plot wise, I feel like it's fun plot, but like
Yeah,
I
all
think
the
they've kind of
shows
run out of.
are like the plot and the storyline and the characters and everything of that is like written well and like done well. But like the writing is a little
Like the lines that they
off.
say, like, and like you can tell the actors are doing all that they can.
they are really trying. But sometimes it's the lines, not the actors.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! In Pretty Little Liars, Spencer's lines are so silly, and I don't even know if it's the writers or it's just how she's saying. I think she added some of those too because I was like, no way anyone wrote that. What?
She has so many one-liners, and like everyone does. It must be how she's saying it because
Mhm.
all of them say like pretty cringy one-liners.
The 100 is only one-liners. They're like, we have to go back to the Ark. And then the next scene is, the Ark's destroyed. And then, that's it. I couldn't,
That's actually all the show is.
yeah, literally.
Is we have to go back to the Ark. The Ark is destroyed.
Mhm.
Like that's it. That actually that little clip summed up
and
the
then
whole entire show very well.
we have to make a truce. Boom. The truce is off. Boom.
Okay, the only thing I've seen of 100, I've seen a couple episodes and stuff with Savannah. I think there were like camps probably and stuff, and this one guy was getting tortured. But there was also, I remember, Dad going to like this bunker thing, and this girl that we were supposed to like was making everyone fight, like two people like fight to the death. and then
Maybe you should.
I thought you guys had seen.
Every episode.
I thought you guys had seen all of it.
What? No, we didn't finish it. Also, I don't know what you're talking about specifically because that could be any episode.
That's
Honestly,
Literally any character, any episode, any literally that
Stop
gives us
talking
nothing.
Well, I
stopped
was
talking
gonna.
about
I
it.
can explain more if you guys.
I just don't want it to be a spoiler, but honestly, go ahead.
They were like, I could be remembering a wrong show or something too, but they were like, because I know that they're on Earth or something. They were in space or whatever, but they had to like go into a bunker again or something, and they were like growing their own herbs or whatever. But there was like too many people, and so like to figure out how there wasn't gonna be enough people, the girl, I don't remember her name, Octavia,
Mm.
Oh,
I think.
that is her name.
I think maybe it was her. Like 2 people would like battle like to death so that they could get the overpopulation of the bunker less and less. Or
Yeah, that
something.
definitely hasn't happened yet, and I believe that that's probably like right about to happen because
Yeah.
like the
Or that has happened whenever they were trying to figure out, but like it didn't happen.
but I don't remember them
Because there's a
making them-
lot of plans they say are gonna happen that don't happen.
That's true.
I
That
could-
could have already happened. She's kind of in a weird place right now.
I could
so.
be making stuff up too, and this is a long time ago. I'm remembering stuff wrong, but that boom that Aaron was doing reminded me of how funny it works every time on Instagram and TikTok. Whenever the videos are like
the
are like,
mentality.
yeah, this mentality, and then they
videos.
say things it's like,
Yes.
boom, and I'm like, oh, that. Why is this a funny thing I've ever seen?
We
It
should
gets
make one of
me
those.
every time.
Like, we can continue talking about TV shows. Talk about Psych. Love that show.
Psych is one. It's Psych to me at least is like one of those shows that you watch like random episodes of and like it, but like I've never like watched like just sat down and watched it. It kind of like The Office, like shows that you would catch on like cable and not. You don't have to have the whole show for context.
You don't have to, but there are some storylines and especially reoccurring characters and stuff, and it's fun if you watch the whole thing from front to back. I actually think I've now watched it front to back, but for a while I would just watch it. But like I don't think I really finished the last episodes ever for some reason, like the last few episodes in the last season. I think I did last time I watched it all the way through though, but right now I'm just watching. I think I started like. Well, I think I did a few episodes, and then I started at, like, the beginning of season 6 or something because I wanted Sean and Juliet together.
I remember there was this one very specific episode that terrified me as a kid. And it was
Oh.
the one where that girl was jumping out the window.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
freaked me out, but I always kept going back to that
It
episode.
was, like, Scary Mary or something.
Yes.
I love that show.
That's my
I love
favorite
that
episode,
episode.
but it was the most terrifying thing I've ever watched in my life.
It was,
when I
like,
was
the
younger.
mental asylum thing. Yeah.
Mhm.
I love that show.
And then it got turned
Or
into
that episode, I guess.
uh
I've seen that one a few times, so I remember that whole episode right now. I'm replaying it in my mind.
yeah. I just remember it started out as like Sean's dad or something got called to the place and like but Sean was with him and then he was like close your eyes, like don't watch, and then like he went up there and then but the girl was like about to jump out the window and then she like started leaning forward and then Sean was like and that was like all he remembered. But then
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Was she?
and then the place was like haunted and then
Yeah.
it became a I don't know if it was just an abandoned place or did it become the sorority house or did they just go there
I think they did just go there. I think they were, like, pulling, like... They were
because
trying to, like,
Juliet went
scare-
undercover.
Yeah,
as
they're
a
trying to
sorority
scare
girl.
one of the girls and like pull a prank on her and stuff. And then they were like doing scary
And there
stuff.
was like a killer that was killing them.
Yeah, they were doing scary stuff like around. Oh, by the way, the girl that was jumping out the window didn't. Someone, I think
Sean's
I think
dad
Sean's dad pulled her back
saved
in.
him, but
Right
we
in
didn't know that the whole episode until the end because Sean thought that girl died the whole time.
Right.
Yeah,
right,
so it was
right.
like a ghost, and so then, but the friends were like scaring this one girl that was also in the sorority, until they scared her in a hallway, and then she fell out that same window, I think, but she actually
Yes.
fell out and died, and so then they were like having to like cover it up, and then it was
Mhm.
like this whole thing, and then at the end they're back in. I think it's the asylum again. It could be a different building. I think it's the asylum though, and Juliet's undercover, and
Yeah.
then they invite her to like a vigilant. Is that what they're vigilant?
Mhm.
And then for the friend that
Died
died.
there.
The best friends did it, and then like, but then she's trying to kill Juliet with an axe, and it's like this
Mhm.
crazy thing. But then Juliet's so badass, and she takes the axe, and she doesn't kill her. She almost does though. I think because like they like have to. Juliet was like, obviously scared. And then she has the axe or something at some point, and then whenever they finally get in there, they had to like stop Juliet and like take it from her because she was not happy.
I want to watch that episode.
That episode is so good. I do love that episode.
Yeah. Well, I will say I've been wanting to go to the movies because I haven't been in so long.
I love
But-
the movies.
There's like, I think Lilo and Stitch is out.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
scared to watch
and also,
that.
I still kind of want to see Minecraft.
I really want to watch Clown in a Cornfield.
Oh yeah.
Me too. To me, I view going to the movies as like watching like scary movies or like horror movies.
I
Because
love movies.
those are typically the ones that I want to see in theaters. And so, yeah, like I'll go see other things, but like when I think of going to the movies, I think of like watching like a horror movie.
Yeah, Clown in a Cornfield is, we started reading a book that Aaron had in this like readathon thing that we had, and we got like 6 or 7 chapters in, and they made a movie, and it's I think it's still showing, but I really want to go see it, but a lot of them are in the evening, and Anna has been having a bunch of rehearsals, so we haven't been able to go.
Really soon that will not be a thing anymore. So,
Yeah. We also, okay, for Christmas, oops, sorry. So, I'm literally going to pee my pants, so as you tell the
Go.
story, I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
So, for Christmas, my parents got me a projector and a projector screen because the drive-in movie close to us closed. And that
Yeah.
is the worst day of my life.
So sad.
Because, and people are like, some people talk to her like, yeah, it was kind of sketch. I'm like, I don't care at all. That
Yeah.
was
yeah.
the,
I literally cried like when we were like leaving cuz like
No.
it was so sad.
I mean, to be fair, yes, the bathrooms were definitely not good. And the concession place was a little bit dingy, but
But that's not.
that's not
Its
where
fault.
you are. Like,
Yeah.
but it also, it felt like not super, it felt like weird. That's how it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know? Because that's how it was.
That's the
Mhm.
vibe.
And then whenever you're like sitting in your car watching the movies, and
I know.
I'm so upset that it closed because now the only ones close to us are like far away. But yeah, so my parents got me a projector and projector screen because we were all so sad about it. And so the other day, we set up the projector screen on my garage, and then we set up my dad's truck bed and got a bunch of snack stuff. It was so cute, and we watched this movie on Netflix called Clown, and you always, I don't know, you can always find like the weirdest
I
scary
know.
movies on Netflix that like
Yeah.
obviously
Every
people have.
time like I talk about loving horror movies and wanting to find one that will actually scare me to other people, they're always like, "Oh, well, have you watched?" And they start naming like the most classic ones. I'm like,
Yeah.
"No," and they're like, "So which ones have you watched?" I'm like, really weird ones that
Yeah,
like I
just so
couldn't even
random.
tell you.
But I feel like the low budget ones are like I feel like that's like part of like horror movie. Like I think that those ones are like the most fun because they're just like not as known and so
Yeah.
you don't know anything about it.
And it was a good movie. Like
Yeah.
I thought that
Mm.
the plot was good. It was cool. It wasn't the scariest movie, of course, but Aaron, you don't like clowns, right?
Right.
Yeah. So Aaron doesn't like clowns. So there were a few parts that would be scary, and then Anna and I'd be scared of the most random things.
Yeah.
I hate barfing so much. And so whenever people are doing that in movies, I'm like, what the actual hell?
Yes.
I did not need to see that. I can't. Like literally barfing sounds like the scariest, not the scariest thing, but just so awful. I hadn't barfed in like 7 years, and then I finally did, but it's been like what was it, the beginning of 2022 or 2023, so it's been like 2 or 3 years now again. And every time my stomach hurts, I'm literally, it's just awful. I
Yeah.
could be sick, bedridden with a fever, and it's like, whatever. As long as I'm not throwing up
I
multiple
almost-
times. If I'm going to throw up like once and I'll feel better, maybe. But if it's
Yeah.
a continual thing,
Oh no, no,
It's-
no, no.
take me out now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm done for.
Yeah, I almost threw up this morning.
That is
Not
awful.
because I'm sick, but because I was brushing my teeth.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I do that. Obviously I wouldn't actually want to be bedridden, but just I hate.
yeah. I think the feeling of like nausea is worse than like the throwing up part
I don't
because it's like the
know.
anticipation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I think she needs this to be done.
I think I might throw up. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go pee, guys.
Welcome back to story time.
Wait, let me get cozy.
We are reading Come Back, Amelia Bedelia. Now, when we left off, we read through page 29, so we're going to start with page 30 and go to 38.
Mhm.
Amelia Bedelia went back to the front of the store. "I'm finished," she said. "What's next?" "Finished?" said the lady. "How could you be?" The lady went into the back room. She saw the dresses. "Oh no," she said. "You have ruined them." "But I just shortened them," said Amelia Bedelia. "Oh, go away," said the lady. "I don't want you." So Amelia Bedelia went. "Some folks," she said, "I just don't understand them." Poor girl.
Yeah.
Where did Amelia Bedelia went?
Amelia Bedelia walked another block or so. She saw a sign in a window. It said, "File clerk wanted." "Now I wonder what a file clerk is," she said.
Question.
"I'll just go in and find out." A man met her. "Are you a file clerk?" he asked. "I will be one," said Amelia Bedelia, "if you will tell me what to do." "All right," said the man. "First take these letters. They need stamps. Then file these papers." "I'll do that," said Amelia Bedelia. The man went into his office. Amelia Bedelia looked at the letters. "Now, should I stamp them all at once or one at a time?" she thought. "I better do them one at a time." So Amelia Bedelia took each letter, she put it on the floor, and Amelia Bedelia stamped on it.
Oh wow.
Now that is where we're leaving off today. Tune in next time to read the next 10 pages.
Amelia Bedelia.
Yeah.
What is she doing? Stepping on all those letters.
Amelia Bedelia is always doing crazy stuff.
Also, I don't know how this drink made me pee that much because wow, my bladder was so full.
That's so strange. I like lately have been needing to like pee like so much. Like I'll go pee and then I'll come back and I already need to pee again. But anyways, yeah, I hope that there's a movie we can figure out. Is like I want there to be
Yeah.
good movies
Well,
come out.
That one summer movie, Hell of a Summer,
Oh, what is that?
like, it's like a summer camp horror movie.
Mm.
Are you actually for real?
Yeah. I don't know if it's already out.
Is it
Or-
in theaters?
It's
Is
going to be. I don't know if it's already done with being in theaters or if it's
That is
going
like
or if it's about to be in theaters like when summer actually
that is like
starts.
the perfect trope.
I know
ever.
there was like 2 summer horror movies that
And
are like coming out.
I know what you
this
did
summer.
last summer.
Is
This
that
the
what?
one I showed you?
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so then both of those,
Oh,
I
yes.
want to go see both of those so bad. Like that is my favorite summer vibe. Is like
Yeah.
summer camp horror movie.
Yeah, I know what you did last summer. Is a movie that came out a long time ago, so I don't know if this one is
Oh.
like a remake or if it's like a add-on or if it's like not even in the same universe. I don't really know. I just saw
Yeah.
Sarah Cameron and I was like, we're
Mhm.
watching this.
Oh, okay. We
it looks
definitely
really good.
we should look up when those movies are coming out because I haven't seen an ad for Hell of a Summer in a while, and so
see
I
it.
don't know.
Oh.
Oh, you do? Do you know when it's coming out?
No, I skip
You
it.
skip
every
it.
time.
Well, I got them a lot, like when we were talking about, like, so when we were talking about it, and I sent it. I got it a lot, but I haven't gotten it in a while, so I thought that maybe it's already out and done. But I feel like people would be talking about it more. But I don't know.
I don't think things that you would think this day and age society people would talk about, they just never do.
Yeah.
I feel like there's so many big things that people just like don't talk about anymore.
Well, yeah, something that people are talking about that I didn't think that they would. The movie Sinners. I didn't think that it was gonna be like
Never even
a
heard of
good
it.
movie.
Really, I've seen a lot of things for it.
Yeah.
A lot of.
I haven't seen
Trailers.
it, and I kind of want to watch it now because I have seen a bunch of stuff about it. It's a vampire movie.
They're vampires?
Yeah, it's
That's
a
not what
vampire
I've
movie.
gotten from it.
Sinners.
From the trailers, yeah.
I don't know if that's like supposed to be like a plot twist or something, but everyone's saying that. So, but I've never seen it. But it's a vampire movie, and so like a lot of people are like talking about how like they're taking their welcome mats off their front porches because it says welcome, and the vampires can come in and kill them if they have
Mhm.
that.
Oh,
So
I don't have one of those.
it
though.
seems like a good movie, and so I kind of want to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone I know posted on their story that was like such a good movie and everyone needs to go see it. So, starting tomorrow, I can watch all rated R movies in the theaters, right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without like a adult.
That's
My-
so true.
My like favorite vibes in movies, or some of my favorite are summer camp horror movies.
Which we haven't even seen the most classic one.
Yeah, I know. Wait, is it Friday the 13th? I love carnival and circus vibes.
Me
are
too.
So perfect. I was watching a psych circus one today, and it just reminded me of how much I love movies like that. And then also this one, I love. This is like kind of hard to explain, but like I don't know, just any TV show episodes or movies I've seen that have been like in like China, just for some reason I like really like with all like the architecture, like at least the, I don't know if it's more of like the old kind of a while ago like architecture in China and stuff. It's just really, I just really like that vibe for some
That's
reason.
fun.
You do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, I literally love like the circus
Mhm.
vibe. Like I love that so much.
I want to go, but I don't know if they even have many around, like traveling
don't-
ones anymore.
Like ones that are actually like classic.
Because there was the
I mean, it's kind of like the invention of circuses is really like in poor taste.
yeah. Wait, what was the
So-
really popular one?
I don't know. What do you mean?
The circus. It was like something. It was two brothers, I think.
Hmm.
I remember it was a popular one, and I think I went to that at some point.
That's cool.
But I was
Shoot.
like really young, so I can't remember if I actually went or just my family went, and they've like told me stories that I feels like I was there,
Yeah.
but I just can't remember.
I just want to go like with like the tent, be inside the tent and having like popcorn and peanuts,
Mhm.
and then like the tightrope walker and like the trapeze.
Yeah, I think that would
and-
be really cool, but I think there's a lot of things in a circus that would like scare me.
Mm.
But it is
That's
very good that if they do get shut down for like animal cruelty reasons and stuff, that is very valid
Yes.
concern, like very valid concern. So like, but like seeing, I don't know, because people can do like contortionists and all this trapeze artists do really cool stuff that
Yeah.
they want to do. I think most of them, so it's cool to see that. But like whenever they do, I don't know if all circuses treat people well and stuff. I can't really talk
Right,
about that.
right.
But like how they treat animals and stuff have not been good. So that is a very valid reason for them to have to
Mhm.
be shut down and stuff.
But like, yeah, just like the performance aspect of
Mhm.
it that's just sounds so cool.
And the vibe, like the red and white striped tent
Oh
and
my
popcorn and
gosh.
cotton candy is just like, oh,
Like,
Yeah. I just
the
want to go to
clowns
a
just going around.
fair.
Oh, I want to go to a fair too.
I love fair. We are going to a fair.
We're gonna go
We're
to
going
a
to
fair, this
fair.
summer. Be on the Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
Fairs are like fun, but like the rides are really sketch because
Oh,
they're like.
for sure.
So it's like I'm scared to go on them, but like that's kind of like the best part.
Guys.
But like it's really scary.
Well, thank you, Carly, for
Yes, thank
coming
you guys.
on again.
For
Your
being a regular.
episodes always freaking blow up sometimes. But come back next time, everyone, for next week's episode. I'm excited about next week's episode. And tell us if we should paint this wall or not. Maybe we'll put like a poll of what color we should do on our Instagram. So go follow our Instagram. And yeah, thank you so much for watching or listening or whatever it is you're doing right now. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.